All right, we are live here at Autodesk University 2025. My name is 𝘄𝗏𝗋𝗋. I'm a Senior Customer Success Manager with NavVis, and I'm here joined by...
Hi, I'm Andrew Chang. I'm the COO of our Buildings and Technology Group at NV5.
Awesome. Glad to have you stop by our booth, Andy. This is great. Always good to see existing customers. And, for those of the folks out there that aren't necessarily familiar with NV5 and what you do day to day, just kind of, do you mind just explaining to us what NV5 is all about, some of your bread and butter work, some exciting projects you have going on right now?
Sure. Yeah, NV5 is a consulting engineering firm. The way I describe it is we handle pretty much all the engineering related to construction, except for architecture. We work on some very large projects, like the Fountainbleau Casino was one that we recently finished in Las Vegas, and then all the way down to very small projects, like a couple EV chargers in a parking lot.
That is great. Love it. Love to hear. So I would just be interested to learn more about kind of leading up to, joining the NavVis pool of customers, just kind of, just some day-to-day things where you said, you know what, I wonder if we could do this a little differently, or I wonder if there's something better out there. Just what some of those things were, kind of the evaluation process that went into, basically deciding to go with NavVis and just kind of that evaluation phase. It'd be interesting to hear about that.
Sure. So NV5 is the largest geospatial company in the world, right? So we could start there. We have airplanes, we have helicopters, boats, cars, all the way down to very tiny handheld scanners. We started a group, David Black runs our digital buildings group. And, we've been working with scanners for a long time. We tried a lot of different things. And then over time, we found a lot of different challenges, like speed, right? You're maybe in a place where a customer doesn't want you there for a long period of time. Reliability, you don't want to do something over and over again. So we tried a lot of different solutions, from, tripods to drones. And then we found that for a lot of what we do, especially in buildings, the handheld units, the MLX and the VLX, they work really well for us. Right now, we are on a project we call Operation Pigeon, where we have guys going through, basically one person has to scan 8 retail stores in a day. And when they go through, they got to do it fast. It's got to work the first time. So we've been trying a lot of equipment. It is mission critical to us. So, when we got to NavVis, we found, hey, this is an out-of-the-box solution that works. You guys have some scale that seems to meet ours. So right now we have 8 VLX units and 1 MLX unit. And it works great for capture. And that business line is growing very, very quickly for us. Our team has been extremely happy with your guys' customer service, response time. Yeah, all of it.
That's great. Love to hear that. And it's interesting because obviously we want everything to be better, faster, more accurate, this, that, the other thing. But it is always a balance. So, how much have you found that, let's say, NavVis's customer success team and, work, you brought up sort of the support. How much have you found that NavVis was always willing to kind of just step in, help, work with your teams directly, get those best practices baked in? How much, how big is that when it comes to a large scale project like Operation Pigeon?
Yeah, it's extremely critical for us, right? So what we've found is NavVis has been very open to collaboration on development. So we express our challenges. I believe Dave is working with Noah on your guys' team. And I think he's been able to work directly with the engineering teams and developers to help us get us what we need. So yeah, we've been happy to highlight that as part of our services. Digital twin is a big part of what we've been doing. And the foundation for that is having a digital model, right? And a lot of times on an existing space, that is the foundation for everything else we pile on top into the digital twin.
That's great to hear. And then there's always the element of what do we do with this data? So where is Ivyon kind of, falling in terms of your cradle to grave workflow and just, what have you found, in terms of getting this data across to multiple teams? Because I assume this project, doesn't just stop at the scanning. Is there kind of, other elements of this contract and project?
This particular project does stop at the scanning, but what we are finding more and more is that because we're able to do things faster, we can get in there pre-construction, and then during construction, we'll go back through again. That'll help us understand what's behind walls before they go up, and it'll go back again post-construction, and then essentially that gives us X-ray vision, right? So what we do is we build a BIM model in Revit from there, and then ideally, every time there's a change, the client will ask us to come back, and we'll be able to update the model quickly, right? So with that, and then with all the equipment that we have from you guys, we're much more better suited to be able to do that.
That's amazing, Andy. Thanks a lot for your time, and just really appreciate you stopping by the booth. More importantly, appreciate you being customers. Thanks for working with us, and we appreciate it.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Andy.